Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with something different today. I am going to do a little mini Fabric Frenzy show and tell. Now before you run away because you're not interested in fabric, stick around because I might say something funny. You never know, right? And I don't expect this to be a long video, but I've been saying that for what, 4 years? And I don't think I've ever accomplished a quick video, but we're gonna give it a try. So here's the deal. Today is December 20, 2018. So if you're watching this in the future, this might not make sense anymore. I am thinking about starting the next Fabric Frenzy on New Year's Day. So January 1st, 2019. And I'll tell you a little bit more how you can be involved with that in a minute, but I wanted to let you know what made me think of even doing this is because I do have just a couple of things ready for that, and I need to still take a couple of pictures, and I thought, you know, why don't I just show people, you know, the couple of items that I have listed right now, and it's going to be like a little bit of show and tell, meaning I will show you what I have, and I'm going to tell you the prices. So I know a lot of you have said, I wish I could know the price before I join Patreon or now YouTube members, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for you. So here's the deal. Right now, the way I run the Frenzies, and I've been running it this way for several months, and I really like it this way, and I'm hoping to be able to keep it this way. The fabric listings are listed on my blog, but they are hidden from the public. Patrons and now YouTube members get access to those links so they can shop for the fabric at reduced prices. Whatever doesn't sell ends up going on eBay, and the prices are higher on eBay because of the eBay fees. Now, before you start telling me all kinds of places I can sell where there are no fees, I choose eBay. I've been with eBay for 18 years, and that's the platform I choose to do it on. And even if I saved fees, the prices would still be higher because it's your incentive to become a patron or a YouTube member if you want to save. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? So this is the way I'm running it, and I know a lot of people like to tell me how to run my own business, but guess what? I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. So to explain quickly how Patreon and the YouTube memberships work, YouTube memberships are $4.99 per month. I can't do anything about that price. That's what they chose, and that's what we have to go with. However, if you want to save a little bit on getting your ticket into the Fabric Frenzies, I am allowing up to 400 patrons inside Patreon at the $3 level. And if you join at the $3 level, then you're paying just $3 per month to be part of the Frenzies and to save money on fabric. And you will be locked in at that $3. Once we reach 400 patrons inside Patreon at that level, then your only other option at that point is $4.99 as a YouTube member, unless some patrons drop out, and then it might open up some spots. So again, if you want to be part of the Fabric Frenzies, you can join Patreon for $3 per month, and you will have full access, kind of like that platform better. Also, weird but true, and it's just a little bit easier to organize, and I think you'll be happy there. I currently have 46 spots at the $3 level, so you can get in. And if not, if you just don't want to deal with Patreon, then YouTube members, that's $4.99. And I'm going to have the links to all that stuff down below in the description box and in the pinned comment. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. If you have any hate, keep it to yourself. I can't think of anything else I want to tell you other than I just want to show you the fabric now, and I'll explain a little bit. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 items that are popular on my Fabric Frenzies. One is the 50 fat 16ths. Those I think have always sold out except maybe once. I think I had a couple of leftover lots and they quickly sold on eBay. The other is, and I've only offered this is only going to be the second time, 100 fat quarters, no duplicates. So you get 100 different prints, which equals 25 yards of fabric, which is a lot of fabric. And the last time those sold out, they did not make it to eBay, so they sold out inside Patreon. And this time, I don't know. I just don't know. So I haven't done it enough to know. But I know the Fat 16ths are very popular. The other thing are these little pre-cuts that I put together. And I've been doing these, quite a few times. These have always sold out inside Patreon, except for last month. I had 2 left over. I put them on eBay, and they sold almost immediately. So this is like all just odds and ends, and I'll show them to you better, especially when I take a picture. They're like leftovers of bolts that I have, and I just cut them into different size squares, whatever the fabric allows. I just like fold it and cut, fold it and cut. And I plan on making a quilt top using one of my own little kits here, just for the hell of it, to show you guys what you can do with these little scraps. And I mean, they're not like little scraps. These are decent sized pieces, and whoops. And there's 100 different prints here. I say 100 with no duplicates, but it is possible that my eyeballs didn't catch a couple of duplicates. But for the most part, you know, I try to just use all different bolts, but sometimes when I shop, I'll pick up a bolt of a print that I've already used. So, you know, sometimes they sneak by me like that. But this is a very popular Frenzy item, and I'm just excited. So any of you who think you might want some like this, you're going to want to become a patron or a YouTube member so you can get your grubby little hands on them. And again, I'm going to try to have that quilt top ready before that sale, so you can see what I do with these. I have no clue what I'm going to do with these at all, but I want to do something, and I want to do it before the sale. All right, so let's just go over and look at stuff. You may hear my mother's TV. There's nothing we can do about that. These are the Fat 16ths. I absolutely love this size block because you get, you know, quite a bit of fabric in each, and you do get 50, no duplicates, 50 different prints. I think that's what I've been offering all along. Not sure if I'll ever have like any with 100. I could aim for that at some point. But right now you have 50. I have 8 lots available. Generally, these all sell out inside Patreon or to YouTube members now. And what can I tell you about them? Oh, yes. So they're about 9 by 10 inches. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger. So if you see that they're not even, it's because I am cutting on the fold, and it depends on the width of the fabric. A 16th is 1/4 of a fat quarter. So it all depends on the width of the fabric and stuff like that as to the actual size. But generally, you're going to get at least a 9 by 10 inch piece of fabric, and they're just, you know, they're just super cool. So let's look at some of the prints together. I'm not going to flip all of them, but I really have some fantastic prints this time. And let's just go through. Maybe we can do all of them. All right, did you count? I wasn't counting. I might have skipped some because sometimes they just were stuck together. So this is going to be for a lot of 50. The price is $23.50 for patrons and YouTube members, and $27.50 when it goes on eBay. I've already taken all the close-up pictures of all the prints, but I still have to take a picture where I spread some of these out for the listing, so let me set that up and I'll show you. I think this makes a nice picture, so let me just take a picture of that. And you will see this picture on the listing. One thing I forgot to mention, and I'm going to say it now before I forget. If you are outside of the USA, you can't be part of the Fabric Frenzy as a patron or a YouTube member, because I don't want to be dealing with international orders like that. You can wait till the items go on eBay, and then if your country is part of the global shipping program, eBay's global shipping program, I still send for free because currently it's all free shipping. But if you're outside of the USA, I will ship for free to eBay, and then they ship and charge you the remainder of the shipping. So if you're interested in the fabric sales, don't join Patreon or become a YouTube member for the sake of saving, because I can't sell to international on those platforms. I just don't want to be involved with the extra work that it entails to do all the custom forms and stuff like that. Okay, so now let me show you the fat quarters. 100, no duplicates. One stack is what 100 fat quarters looks like. I have 4 lots, so 4 people will be able to jump on this deal. And I don't think I'm going to show you all the prints because it's a little time consuming to go through each and every one. But I did take pictures of every print, which will be on the listing. I can flip through some of them. I do want to move these and take a picture of just one stack. So let me at least do that, and then I can flip through some of the prints. I will just be taking a picture like this. The price of this stack, which equals 25 yards of fabric, for patrons and YouTube members is $150. That is $6 a yard, which is very good, and that is shipped to your home at that price. If you ever wanted 100 fat quarters, you would have a lot of work to do to go and shop for that. Also, when you get a fat quarter, I can show you. Let me lay one out. A fat quarter is actually half of a half a yard. Let me lay it out and I'll show you. This is what it looks like. It's a very big piece. There's my salvage there. This is half the width. And so it would be twice this wide. Let me see, where's my hand? Like, you know, to here or whatever. Normally, stores do not cut and sell you just a fat quarter. The only way you can get fat quarters is if they have them pre-cut for you, and there's not usually much of a variety. Or you have to buy a half a yard, I'm trying to go way out to here, and then you have to cut it in half this way, and then that would give you 2 fat quarters. If you go to a fabric store and you say, I'd like a quarter of a yard, they're going to give you a quarter this way, the whole width of the fabric. So it's a quarter of a yard strip. But people like fat quarters because it gives you more surface area for different projects. So, you know, again, the only way you can get fat quarters, people tell me, oh, just have the store cut a fat quarter for you. I have never known a fabric store that would do that. I mean, that's just, it would be a waste for them because they would be selling me just a quarter of a yard. And what are they going to do with the other fat quarter? They just don't do that. And they're not going to go through all that cutting. So if you want to get your own fat quarters, you have to buy a half a yard of each print, and you're going to have to cut it in half. It's good if you want to share with somebody, then you can split the costs and each get a fat quarter of each print. But anyway, or you can just shop with me and get it that way. $6 a yard to your door, 100 prints, no duplicates, knock on wood. I mean, it's always possible that I can let one slip through, but let me just flip through some of the prints. My lighting isn't the best, but let's just flip through some of these. You will recognize some of the prints that you saw in the fat 16ths, but there's only 50 of the fat 16ths, and there's 100 prints here, so you're obviously getting 50 more prints. Okay, like I said, this is $150 on Patreon and for YouTube members the day of the sale, and I usually let the sale run a couple of days, and then if it makes it to eBay, the price is going to be $169.50. Last but not least, we have these lovely pre-cuts, and let me spread them out because I need to take a picture of these also. And these are the little Scrappy Pre-Cuts. Now, these are different sizes. As you can see, this is more of a rectangle. This is more of a square. So what I do is I price it by weight. So that way, each month, you know, I have different lots, and you're ending up paying the same price per yard because I go by a 5.25 ounce yard, which is an average of the kind of fabric that I buy. And so each month it's different, and it also depends on whether I'm offering 100 prints or 150 or 200 prints. I've actually done 200 no duplicates before. This is 100. And again, no duplicates unless I have screwed up somehow. It's always possible, and it's very hard to, memorize every print that I've cut. But I do the best that I can, and if there are any duplicates, there are very few. So this particular lot comes out to 6 1/4 ounces. It is over a yard of fabric, and it's going to be $9.50 for patrons and YouTube members, and it will be $12.50 if they make it over to eBay. I do have quite a few of these, so if you're interested in this, you have a very good chance of getting a stack. And I had 16, but I oversold on the last sale, so that person took one of these lots instead, and I'm going to be using this for my own videos to show you what you can do with this stuff. So that leaves 14 that will be available for sale starting January 1st. I think that's all I want to tell you about those 3 items. I will have plenty more for sale, and I'll try to show you as I go along. I do expect to have some new panels this time. I always have new panels, except for the last sale. I just did not get any new panels. And some of the panels that have been repeating a lot, I might hold those back a little bit, but I mean, there's always new people, so maybe not. Why hold back? And maybe somebody wanted one last time, but they weren't sure. Maybe they want it this time. So there will be, quite a few listings, and I can let you know as we go. But I hope you liked this little show and tell. I'm hoping this can be a regular series as long as I continue doing the sales for those of you who do like the fabric. And like I said, if not, just know that there are others who do, and, just be kind. That's all. Just be kind. Just remember, all the links you need are in the description box down below or in the pinned comment. And again, for patrons and YouTube members, those sale prices are for USA only. If you're outside of the country, you can wait until the items appear on eBay. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. This is Hi. Bye.